So if you guys are here and have made it to the stream today, go ahead and drop a comment right now letting me know that you guys are currently here, so I can write you guys' names down so that you may get entries in for the giveaway, which I will be doing later on today. I've been slacking. I've been meaning to do it the last couple days, but your boy been busy. Let's go ahead and put it right here, I guess. Who the fuck is here right now? Drop a comment if you want your entry. I will ship to anywhere in the United States of America free of charge. I mean, anywhere in the United States of the world free of charge. Sorry, I almost said, United States of America because, it's only a matter of time before we own everything anyway. No, but I'll ship anywhere, so if you guys win the dice, you'll get some shit. Michael's getting it on fucking YouTube. That's double entries. I'll tell you right now, if you guys go to the YouTube and comment this shit, I'll give you double entries today. Because you know what? YouTube's what we're trying to grow, so fuck it. Michael Coltain. Got you down for your 1 so far. +1. That's 2 points so far for today's thing. Let's go. Appreciate you doing that for me, my G. And if you guys want to come follow on the YouTubes, my YouTube is dice_daddy. Got some content up. If you comment on those videos that are up, I will give you guys entries as well for the dice. When we do the actual giveaway, which will be later today. So make sure you guys get some comments in later. But we are playing Colostle, which is a fucking awesome ass solo RPG game inspired by Studio Ghibli, set in a giant castle where nobody has made it to the outside of the castle, where it's said that when you die, your soul roams to the gate of the castle, where you're finally able to see what comes next. But that doesn't stop people from exploring and trying to find the edges or to do something else with their lives. For instance, today we are beginning our journey with our character Borgi, who I have not made unfortunately I have not made a fucking, picture for yet, because I'm slacking, because I don't have any inspiration for the picture for that quite yet. But our boy's name is Borgi. His class is the Mounted. There's multiple different classes in Colostle, one of which is the Mounted, which basically you start out with your own customized mech, like vehicle. This class starts with a exploration score of 5, which is maxed out for that score ability. You got 2 abilities that you start out with the base game: exploration and combat score. Exploration is maxed out at 5 with that bad boy, and our combat is at 2. We have a Sharker, which is a shark walker. It's inspired by Studio Ghibli, like, the robot, human animal type, fucking creations. And this one's part shark, part walker, and also part castle, like all the rest of the things inside of this world. And this has the ability to basically swim as well. That's what we're giving it. Our character also has a fishing bowl with metal line and an automatic reel which can be used as a grappling hook. In this game, you start with a weapon of your choosing. It can be anything. All weapons do the same amount of damage, essentially. If you hit, you hit. Enemies have like a life of like 3 to 5 hits, essentially. It's pretty good. But our character, Borgie, was a part of a medium-sized nomad group. The group got attacked on Borgie's 17th birthday by a huge rook. Rooks are giant castle-like or man-made structure-like beings that are the sole source of magic in this universe, and they attack things on sight. But the entire group was attacked by a huge rook. The only person that managed to survive was Borgie. And that was due to his father's sacrifice. His father grabbed him and shoved him on his sharker and sent him off while both him and the others tried to slay the rook. Unfortunately, Borgie was the only one that survived. The rest were all murdered by the giant thing. Inside of the sharker, Borgie found a present, addressed to him for his birthday. Inside of the present was a fishing rod with special heavy-duty metal wire and an auto reel. Now, Borgie roams the lands, trying to become stronger so that he may hunt down the rook that killed his entire group, his entire family. Basically, Attack on Titan but with rooks, with giant Studio Ghibli-like creations. Hell yeah. Some of the other classes you can get in this world, other than the mounted, are, I can't remember the name of it. It's basically like this, you get like a crown that controls magic of one of the rooks. When you kill a rook, you get a chance at getting this thing, which gives you the abilities of whatever the rook was, whether it's like fire powers, lightning powers, ice powers, that kind of shit. Basically, it's a very powerful combat score type class, but a low exploration score class. Another class that there is one where you get like a little mini like companion that follows you around. That's a mini version of the rook itself. So when you kill a rook, you have a chance at harvesting a mini version of it, which can be used as a companion or sold off to make money. But it has the same exact abilities and looks exactly the same as the rook that it was harvested from. But gets like, it's like a mini version of it, and it's your buddy, basically. So you can start with one of those. That's a class. It's got medium exploration, pretty decent combat score. And then the final class, fuck. Can't remember, we're pulling out the book for this one. Oh yeah, this one is basically you got a character that gets a weapon mounted, like an extra arm mounted to their back, or another limb, and you can have multiple limbs for each rook that you slay, essentially. And that limb can get an extra weapon or can be an extra hand, and it has a pretty high combat score and a pretty low exploration score. The way exploration works in this game is every day we draw cards which tell us what happened. Whatever your exploration score dictates how many cards you draw. So for instance, we have a 5 for exploration score, so we can have 5 events happen. If you draw the same card, you just redraw. It's pretty cool. Hold on. Attack on Titan, but with rooks, you're stuck on Thriller Bark. That's also the home to the Labyrinth and the Goblin King. Precisely this. And also, once we get into the further expansions, you got Asian, like, cool shit where you can be a monk and you get a spirit score, which adds a whole nother layer of shit. And then, in the most recent expansion, the dungeons, you can explore, like, the labyrinths beneath the castle floor, which they're literally dungeons full of treasure and shit like that. Also, we can explore the ceilings, the rafters, if we get grabbed by gargoyles and brought up there. And then there's like the bannerments, which is above the rafters, which are harder to get to. We have to actually climb and find ways up. And there's a whole like actual like journey for that when we get there. That says don't read, so I know nothing about that yet. We have to get there before we can actually do anything with that. Which is pretty good. But yeah, that's basically the game kind of in a nutshell. With combat, whenever we get into combat, we draw cards equal to our combat score, which is 2 right now and not very good at all. We choose basically when we upgrade these stats and like when we want to get new, abilities and stuff like that, based off the things that we achieve in the game. But yeah, our combat score is 2, so we would draw 2 cards for when it's combat time. And that affects like a lot of the stuff. It's not very good. We're not in a good place for that, but it'll be okay. You can choose to run away and stuff like that. That is an option in this game. But, your boy ain't a bitch. At the end of the day. That's all I'm saying. I ain't a bitch. But this is just a journaling game where the whole purpose is you write a cool story on what happened. So we are going to get in our journey here with Borgie, who is setting off his journey after barely making it out alive from this fucking giant rook that demolished his entire tribe. Day 1. We have the shocker. We've managed to escape. We will want to come back at some point because our ultimate goal is to kill this motherfucker. Yeah, we do have some inside knowledge, but they don't know fully, right? Also, we can upgrade our shockers and stuff like that, like our mounted thing. After we kill a rook, we can steal parts from it and make it even better if we want, which is cool. We can give it like weapons and shit like that to make our combat score go up. Pretty fun, pretty cool, pretty dope. You can fight rooks from either the outside or the inside, so we can take them down internally. There's even in the later expansions, which we're not using currently, but you can actually take over a rook and make it a home base, which is pretty interesting. Home bases have some extra like benefits, including some fast travel capabilities and stuff like that. It's pretty nice indeed. So our character's nature is we're happy-go-lucky and optimistic, but we're a little bit crazy from having experienced the death of our entire tribe. So, that's going to kind of affect how we, determine what happens with our guy. Okay. So it is day 1. We have to now draw cards. We are going to use the limited edition Kickstarter set that I got gifted by the creator of the game. After emailing him, this is the box art for it. It's falling apart, so I put the set that you can purchase currently inside of it. Let me show you what that looks like. Oh god, it's so sketchy pulling these out. They're pretty nice looking, honestly. They're very good quality cards, but they don't tell you like the events and stuff like that, like the Kickstarter set does. But I have the 2 cover arts backwards. This set goes with this one, but this is the box you can buy currently. There's alternate rules for other things too, such as fucking exploration. Like you can be a cartographer and actually get map like icons and stuff like that, which is cool. But first things first, let me take out the jokers because we're not playing with those yet. We don't need those at the moment, I don't think. Let's go ahead and shuffle up some of these cards. Get some differences going. I have these pretty shuffled up already, just because these were a fresh pack of cards and I didn't like that. So I already spent a good minute shuffling them on stream a couple times without playing it. So they are pretty randomized. That is a thing. Don't forget, if you guys are tuned in anywhere on the streams, make sure you guys drop a comment so you guys get the entries. So far, it's just Michael with the entries. Goated with the sauce. Commented on every single platform. About to get a chance at another entry, so. Michael's about to come home with these fucking dice later. Alright. We get 5 because our expiration score is 5, which I have marked here for easy access. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you can either choose, it's up to you, sole discretion, up to you, to reveal them one at a time and go in that order. You know, what you drew or whatever the fuck. Or you can flip them all over and kind of make a story out of them and kind of do them like one at a time type thing. Which, I think that's what we're going to do because we can kind of blend together some stuff. Like, for instance, if we get treasure and then, like, a big rook, it would make sense that the rook is guarding the treasure, so we have to kill the rook in order to get to the treasure, potentially. Or we miss out, you know, that kind of shit. Because sometimes it says the treasure is guarded, and then there is a rook that we drew as well, so it just makes sense to mix it together. Oh, fuck balls. 7 of hearts. That's really bad, guys. That's gargoyles. We might be going up to the rafters immediately. That's something that we wanted to avoid because we wanted to kind of, you know, explore a little bit. But we'll see what the book tells us about it. Got a 4 of hearts. If you guys want to play along as well, make sure you join the Discord. I'm going to log all this stuff in the play-by-post later. And you guys just log, you make a mounted character for yourself. And then you guys are going to log your own story, where you make your own story with these cards that we drew today. And, you know, it'll be different than mine because you're making your own, you know, stuff out of it. Someone needs us to find something. Queen of Hearts, medium rook. Lots of hearts right now. King of Diamonds, massive rook. That's like an endgame boss type shit. Like, for instance, a medium rook is the size of a house. A massive rook is the size of like a giant castle. Chaos Mommy is a scary name. Why do you say that? I don't think so. Is Sammy here? I didn't see her comment pop up. Let me check and make sure I didn't miss something. Oh, from earlier. Murdercom, let me put you in there too, by the way, for the giveaway. And finally, we got a trap. Fuck, 6 of clubs. How do you draw a club? Oh, that was so bad. Oh my god. Redo, 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 redo. That didn't happen. Easy game. So we got gargoyles. Somebody needs something. Needs us to find something. A medium rook, a massive rook, and a trap. These are shuffled. We just got unlucky with the hearts early and stuff like that. So now we got to see which the colors do mean and stuff like that. I feel like this is a missed opportunity for them. They could have made it so that these cards did say that, but they didn't. Alright, let's see here. Get to the book. Get to the book. Here we go. Here's the prompt tables, so we can actually see, like, you know, what each symbol means, and if you're using a regular set of playing cards, like what they each mean. So let's start with the trap, I guess. The trap is a 6 of clubs. Oh no, we got caught in this trap. So whatever the trap is, we do get caught in. Alright, and then for the massive rook, it's a king of diamonds. Gotta go to the combat section here real quick. Here we go. Here we go. So it would be an ice rook. Because of the diamond. And then we'll decide if we're going to fight it or not in a little bit. Alright, the medium rook would be the it's heart rumble. It's like an earth kind. Alright. Now Red, somebody needs to find something from you. 4 of hearts. Trustworthy. Okay. A person you meet asks you to find something for them. Maybe they have lost something they're too afraid to get. Draw a card and check the item table to see how they will reward you if you do this for them. Use the other cards drawn in this exploration phase to inform where you might need to go. If you fight them, create a human opponent in your combat phase. Okay, so this one, we get to draw an item on page 27. Let's see what we get here. Let's see here, we would get an 8, which is a potion, if we help them. All right. And then finally, the final thing we got is gargoyles. Thank fucking God. A screech from the sky, the beat of heavy wings, gargoyles. You thought they were just stories you were told as a child. Apparently not. It grabs you by the shoulders and starts to carry you upward. If it's a heart, it takes you to a whole new area. If it's a diamond, it takes you up to its nest in the rafters of the ceiling. There is no fighting a gargoyle, at least in this section. Alrighty. Alright, here's what I'm thinking. Now we gotta come up with our story for what happened here, and if we're fighting something or not. So first things first, I think that we're going to do the gargoyles first. So we're gonna start off maybe in like this square here. Just riding along on our thing. And then a big stone gargoyle dude is gonna come and get us. So we're gonna say, oh sorry, you guys can't see the map or whatever. We're starting in the bottom left corner, just for now, to give us like an idea of something, you know. But we're gonna say, to start out the adventure, as we are running away from the giant rook, the massive rook that killed our entire family, that's how we'll incorporate the massive rook, which will be in the square to the bottom left of us. Alrighty. So, as Borgie escapes the massive, because that's an endgame boss, it makes sense that we're trying to come back to kill the giant endgame boss. A massive ice rook. As Borgie escapes the massive ice rook, looking back in horror, he notices his family, his tribe, being absolutely demolished by this giant ice rook. Not paying attention to his surroundings, Borgie is suddenly lifted by his sharker. Giant stone claws envelop his vehicle. And giant wings, stone wings, through the sky. Alright, so we're gonna say here, as Borgie escapes the massive ice rook, looking back in horror, he notices his family, his tribe, being absolutely demolished by this giant ice rook. Not paying attention to his surroundings, Borgie is suddenly lifted by his shocker. Giant stone claws envelop his vehicle, and giant stone wings carry Borgie through the sky. Let's see here. All of a sudden, after about 20 minutes of flight, Borgie and the giant gargoyle come crashing to the ground. This is due to a medium sized rumble rook who shot a boulder with a cannon on its nose at the gargoyle. Let's see here. In a panic, Borgie quickly hops on the shocker, forces it forward, to a nearby set of ruins. Okay. Now the set of ruins, dude, it would be really shitty. I really hope that don't happen on this stream, man. That'd be so bad. Got your ass. But anyway, forces us forward to a set of nearby ruins, right? Unfortunately, upon entry, the floor collapsed due to a hidden pitfall trap. Let's see here. Fortunately for Borgie, a young woman was nearby. And actually set up that trap. And that was to protect herself from the rook. Okay. She helps Borgie out. And the shocker out. Alright. So, fortunately for Borgie, a young woman was nearby and actually set the trap up that he fell inside of, and that was to protect herself from that giant rook. She helps Borgie and the stalker out of the hole and explains she's trying to collect an arm from the rook outside and offers a potion as a reward if I can take care of the rook. So now, Borgie is going to have to face his first rook. But if he succeeds, he will be able to provide this young woman with the arm that she's requesting, giving him a dope potion which could help him, take care of this massive rook that killed his family. Boom. Boom! Now we have to create our fucking enemy. We've got to create the first enemy for combat. The first enemy that we have to face is a queen-sized rook, a medium rook, which hopefully we can handle. Let's see what happens. We shall see what happens. Here we go, creating a rook. A medium rook is the size of a car or a small building. Okay. First you must draw a card and consult the tables to establish the rook type. So we got that it is a rumble type, which is like, earth style. And now we have to draw another card to decide if it is an attack type or a defense type. We got a 6 of diamonds. So 1 through 7 is attack type, so it's an attack type, hence the cannon on it. An attack type, this rook is highly offensive, coming in close and fast with damaging melee attacks and or long-range weapon attacks. If it's a defense type, the rook is more defensive. Maybe it huddles tight with thick stone hide or blocks attacks with a huge shield. Alright. So here we go. Let's see here. We also get to decide a reward that we get, which is the arm. Yep. Alright, so we're doing the arm as the reward because that's the thing that we determined for the girl that she needed. And then we have to decide its weapon type that's going to attack us with, which is melee, because we got a king. So instead of using its cannon at us, it's going to be using its legs to try to stomp us out, essentially. Alright. Now that the opponent is fully realized, it's time to fight. First, a number of cards equal to your combat score. First, draw a number of cards equal to your combat score and place them face up in front of you. These are your options for battle. So we have 2 for our combat score. 7 and 10 is what we have. I'll put these down here so you guys can see. This is our combat score. This is what we get. Second, check the combat score of your opponent in the table below. Medium rook is 3. So they're going to get 3 cards essentially. Fighting involves countering your opponent's attack cards with cards from your face-up options. Draw the first of the opponent's card and place it face-up in front of you. This is your opponent's first attack. To counter it, you must allocate one of your options. A higher number will beat the attack. If you don't have a higher number card, you must allocate one of your lower ones to it. And mark a wound against yourself. Then prepare for the next enemy attack if it has any attacks left. This proceeds one enemy attack at a time until the opponent has used all of their attack cards. As well as the attack number, the attack type is determined by the card's suit. This is true for your player's counters too. So essentially we got a 7 and a 7 of clubs and a 10 of diamonds. Clubs is a weapon attack. Diamonds is a creative attack. Clashes. If your card equals the incoming attack, that is a clash and your player does not receive a wound. Critical hits. If your counterattack, if your counterattack beats the incoming attack and is of the same suit, that is a critical hit. You can come up with how you used your attack to disable your enemy. A critical hit decreases the opponent's remaining attacks by 1. Enemies cannot critical hit you. Winning. You are victorious in combat if you defeated the majority of your opponent's incoming attacks. For example, if you were fighting a medium rook, you would need to have defeated 2 of 3 of its incoming attacks. Alright. Let's fucking get it. Let's fucking get it. Its first attack is a queen, which is just straight up gonna fucking annihilate us. So we are taking a damage and we are going to sacrifice our 7 here and take that wound. A wound is essentially we take one of our scores, we take away one of these. We can heal them later, but currently we have to take away 1. Our first wound is going to be our exploration score. We're going to take that. So we are 1 wound in. 5 of clubs. Okay. Now we do beat that one out. So we got 1 hit. My question for that though is, how does this work? At the end of combat, you count up the number of wounds your character has taken. For each wound your character has, you must remove 1 point from either exploration or combat. Alright. Alright, so we technically lose this battle with our wounds. So we took 2 hits, which I'm going to take out of our exploration score because we guarantee a hit with his next attack because we don't have anything to block it. Damn, that's sad. We're guaranteed a hit with a 2. Rip. Alright, now we're going to reignite combat with it because we want to fucking kill him. So, we are at 5 health essentially. If any of these drop below 0 or drop below 1, we lose. So, we basically have 4 health. I think that we got this. I think we can make this happen. We can make it work. Alright, we're drawing our 2 combats again. 10. And a jack. That's pretty solid. Alright, now here's his attack. A 2. Ooh. Taking out that one. We did a damage to him. His next attack, a 6. And we have successfully taken out this fucking rook. Alright, so it's taken us quite a lot of, damage and stuff like that in order to succeed in this. But we managed to beat this rook. And as a result, we get... you may take the reward and add 1 point to your exploration or combat score. If you win in combat against a human, you gain 1 treasure. Alright, so now we can gain either 1 exploration or 1 combat score back. The question is... combat score seems like this would be the way to go. But we don't have a way of gaining that back because we didn't lose a combat score. So we're just going to gain back 1 exploration score. So we are now at 4 exploration and 2 combat score. We successfully killed this rook and managed to salvage its arm, which we are going to give to this lady to get a potion. Borgi does battle. Rumble Rook. Taking a wallop, but getting back up. He managed to wrap his fishing wire around the legs of the rook, toppling it, when it fired its cannon. It fired into the ground. Blowing it up. Alrighty. So let's see here.
just lobbed a message way over Jones's head using some technical jargon.
Let's see if they can use Grammarly to their advantage. Jonesy says you get to make a point in a friendly way. And now we're taking a technical doc and asking Grammarly to read it.
Alrighty.
What's even the difference? It's love all, but does Jones feel it?
Yes, they're alive. Game, set, and
Here's what we got, guys.
Grammarly,
Day one.
house version.
As Borgi escapes the massive ice rook, looking back in horror, he notices his family, his tribe being absolutely demolished by this giant rook. Not paying any attention to his surroundings, Borgi is suddenly lifted by his shocker by a giant stone set of claws, which envelop his vehicle, and giant stone wings carry Borgi about 20 minutes through the sky. All of a sudden, the giant gargoyle comes crashing down to the ground due to a medium-sized rumble rook who shot a boulder with a cannon on its nose at the gargoyle. In a panic, Borgi quickly hops on the shocker and forces it forward, to a nearby set of ruins. Unfortunately, upon entry, the floor collapsed due to a hidden pitfall trap. Fortunately, though, for Borgie, that trap was set up by a young woman who was nearby, who set that up to protect herself from that rook. She helps Borgie and the Shocker out of the hole, and explains that she's trying to collect an arm from the rook outside, and offers a potion as a reward if Borgie can take care of the rook. Borgie does battle with the Rumble Rook, taking a wallop, but getting back up, he manages to wrap his fishing wire around the legs of the rook, toppling it. When it fires its cannon, it fires it directly in the ground, blowing itself up, leaving behind scraps, including the arm, which Borgie gladly gives to the woman, who gives him a potion, and then goes upon her way thanking him. Borgie is doing okay now. He's taken a little bit of damage, but he does have a potion now. Now let me see if there's anything that potions do specifically, or if there's any, like, you know, specific items with that, you know what I mean? Yes, I got a potion. We're gonna say she gave us 2 potions because it's kind of a weak reward for killing a boss. Or we'll say a potion and a treasure. Okay, there we go. Now, a potion can heal 1 wound in battle, which is pretty nice. Which, yeah, that's always good. Having something that you can heal with, definitely big W. Big W. Let's see here, treasure. Our inventory, we have a potion. Heal 1 wound.
Here's how the average man's life would change if he never saw an ad again. Day 1, he would install Pi on his computer without spending a dime because
Treasure
it's 100% free.
times 1.
Day 2, he realizes how clean and clutter-free his browsing experience has been since he got Pi. He doesn't
If anybody wants to give me what kind of treasure we received, I'll give you an extra dice giveaway reward entry. So let me know in the comments what you guys think the treasure should be that we received for killing a giant thing. This is something that's solely used as money, so it's a monetary thing. It's an item, though, that we sell for, like, the gold, basically. What do you guys think it should be? Let me know in the comments and I'll give you another entry.
Surreal, more real than reality itself. A dash of cubism and a dollop of Matisse. Surreal, more real than reality itself. It's just too difficult, too complex to really describe. Surreal, more real than reality itself. A dash of cubism and a dollop of Matisse. Surreal, more real than reality itself.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, fam. So we gotta get 1 treasure added in. That's all we are looking for. If anybody's got any good ideas for treasures, leave a comment if you come later, I guess, and I will update it. Yeah, and I'll give you an entry if you do it before, you know, dice giveaway. which is later today. Although I think we lost everybody, which is kind of disappointing because we are doing a giveaway. So, rest in peace, though. Rest in pieces. Ain't on me, though. Day 1 is completed. Hell yeah. Day 2. Day 2, and we are starting with 4 exploration score. Alrighty. Boom. And we're ready for day 2, but we'll do that later. I said we got day 1 officially finished of Colostle. And I got entries for the giveaway for Michael, who was the only one that commented during this, for the actual giveaway part. Which is sad. If anybody's here and wants to get their giveaway entry, this is the last chance. Just comment, let me know you're here for it. If not, sorry about you. But you won't be getting the giveaway entries. Womp womp. But if you guys want to do the play-by post, you totally can do that for giveaway entries for next month. I'll be updating the Discord later today with this information, so you guys can jump in and do that. Here's my picture of my ride. Pow. Not bad. Not bad. continue that tomorrow, I guess. With the day 2 portion. Fuck it. Boo! Anyway, guys, stay high, stay flying. Goodbye if you're watching on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in. Try to play this game on your own. I'll have the play-by-post in the Discord. Drop a comment, ask for the link, and I'll give it to you. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, vibing with me. Pew! Alright, we ended that one. I'm gonna end all